Hello friends, welcome back to today's video, and today we'll be doing a review on the graphic novel Roller Girl by Victoria Jamieson. But before we get into the video, if you like book reviews, vlog, lifestyle content, consider subscribing. So I will say, I did read this book in elementary school. Don't matter, don't care. This book came out in, let me check. It came out in 2015, which is going on a decade now, which is crazy. And then she's also written something 4 years ago and something in 2017, which I have read, at least fair in middle school. I ain't really like it, so I might read it again to give you my opinions on that. So essentially, the book follows our main character, Astrid, as she's going from middle school to junior high. Or she's going from elementary school to junior high, so 5th to 6th grade. And she had her best friend, Nicole, but they're just growing apart. You know, Nicole likes girly things, pink, ballet, and boys, and Astrid's like, nah, that's just not my thing. It's not my thing. So I will say, this book does like a good job of like showing mental health in kids without it being like depression. You know what I mean? It's like she's going through something that she can't describe, and I'm like, oh yeah, like she's a little bit depressed. She's like a teensy little bit depressed, but she doesn't put the words depression. It's just like the vibes, and I really like that. Astrid's moms take her to roller derby night, and Astrid falls in love. Nicole is like, I don't think so. Nicole's the best friend, or ex-best friend. And so Astrid's like, okay, I'm signing up for roller derby camp. She signs up. She thinks Nicole's going to as well, but turns out Nicole's doing ballet camp. Oh. And we can hate on Nicole a lot, but I will say the only like shady thing she's done, also mind you, this girl's like 12 years old. So it's like, you know, but the only shady thing she does is just not tell Astrid she's not doing the whole roller derby camp soon enough. You know what I mean? But I will say that Nicole is a good friend besides the whole like ditching her friend for the girl who bullied her friend. You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of shady. That's kind of messy. The whole Astrid crying in the bathroom at the roller because she sucks at, you know, roller skating. And Nicole gets her a pair of rainbow socks like her roller derby idol Rainbow Bite wears. Genuinely so very sweet. And I will say Astrid is very, like, childlike, you know? Like, of course she is, but her mistake that she's doing, like, the mistake she's doing is very much like, yeah, I believe a kid would do that. I believe a kid wouldn't tell their mom that, oh, me and my best friend had a falling out, because she knows what her mom's going to say and she don't feel like hearing it. You know, like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel that. So essentially, Nicole does not sign up for derby camp. Astrid does, and when Astrid's mom's just like, you want Nicole to come sign up with you because you're all her best friends? Astrid's like, nah. Essentially, a huge part of the plot is the Astrid's mom thinks Nicole's mom is picking them up carpooling because Astrid's mom works. So essentially, Astrid's walking home, like at least a mile, like across a highway. Shows her dedication to the craft, even though like she sucks at roller skating. Okay, she sucks at roller skating. She sucks at derby. Dedication to her, like she wants it, she's gonna do it. Commendable. I feel like roller derby camp was a lot like band camp. First day, actual hell, because Astrid's first day, she essentially doesn't know how to stop. She like busts her ass. She starts crying. Following day, she's like, oh my god, like I'm so embarrassed. And so the girl who pushed her it was an accident, of course. Zoe, her new best friend, is like, oh, I'm so sorry. Like, everyone's first day is rough. And Astrid goes, most people don't cry on their first day. And then it really gives into like, fleshes out the other girls in the camp. The other girls are like older than Astrid, so she's like, oh, so behind. Other girls are just like, oh no, I cried my first week, girl. Like, after the first day of camp, Astrid goes to her mom like, hey, could you get a refund? And Astrid's mom go, oh no, like, let me call Nicole's mom to see if Nicole hates it too. Astrid's like, nah, never mind, I'll go to bed now. Around like the 100-page mark, Astrid starts to change. She's like, you know what? There's a bout coming up, a bar that's like roller derby, like a game, like the game, right? Bout's coming up, I will be the jammer. The jammer is like the quarterback, right? I will be the jammer, so, aka I gotta work really hard. And during this time, she's getting advice from Rainbow Bite, her like idol, right? And Rainbow Bite's just like, you just gotta work hard, that's all I gotta do. And she's like, you know what? I can do that. During all of this, she is making friends with Zoe, the girl who pushed her, in the first day of camp, and she's like, you know what, I need to dye my hair. I need to grow up. I need to get different. And Zoe's just like, hey, I can do it for you. And remember, Astrid still sucks at like doing roller derby stuff, but she's trying anyway, and I feel that to my very core. Okay, I suck at a lot of things. You just gotta keep going. Zoe and Astrid are at the amusement park to hand out flyers for the upcoming bout, and Astrid and her run into Nicole and Rachel. Right, Nicole is asking for advice on how to stop stop being friends with Astrid, and Rachel's just essentially ghost her, and Nicole is just like she just says yeah maybe. Astrid is like, anyway, Nicole just finna stop being friend with me because this bitch tells her to, right? Nicole's like, yeah. Astrid, she goes crazy, and I support that. She essentially does the 12th grader version of cussing her out. Support it. Does war face, which is just I don't know how to describe it. Look at the screen. Throws her drink on the ground. It splashes on top of them. Iconic, even. And this is chapter 10 is when it's okay, this is, I said before, it's not she doesn't say it as depression, but it's giving a teensy bit depression. Not depression, but something's wrong. Not wrong, but she's going through something up there. After her run in Nicole, it's I need to be in the bout. That's what's happening. She says she was a woman possessed. She was doing hip checks in essentially she's banging her hips against the wall because that's a rugby thing, and she's getting bruises. She's you know what, I like the feeling of these bruises. Doing lunges, squats at home. She's staying late after practice. She's I'm going to be jammer. I'm going to be the quarterback. Something I really dislike though, gives her the ick every time she's on screen, is that the coach has the dreadfully dreadful dreadlocks. Disgusting. Astrid does not become quarterback, but she becomes I think a block or something like that. She's upset, but she's you know what, I'm gonna give it my all. I'm gonna give it my all. While back to school job, Astrid runs into Nicole. Not with her mom, thankfully, but Nicole. Astrid's mom, she's oh, what position are you gonna be in the bout? And Astrid look at Nicole oh, I'm done. Because Nicole goes, you didn't tell her? Astrid mom goes, tell me what? Astrid's gonna say actually, funny story, mom. She actually isn't. Nah. Nicole, a real one. She's misguided, but she was a real one. Hence why, it's weird that you're besties with a girl who can't stand your best friend. But Nicole said, actually, I'm not gonna be in town for the bout. And Astrid just hey, not her being a homie. She describes, her period in her life as her black period, because she's having nightmares about being humiliated at the bout and all of that. So it's just and then also an altercation that happened in chapter 11, I think. Essentially, Astrid's role in the game is to essentially hit jammers, and she's failing. But for once, she actually hits someone, a jammer she thinks. Turns out it's Zoe. And Zoe took apart a jammer, and Zoe's just hey, why are you trying to sabotage me? I know you want to be jammer, you don't want to hurt me. And Astrid's just yo, no, that was an accident. You already know I can't hit people. You know what I mean? So that's just now Zoe and her ain't friends, and she's just going through it. And then at the end of the book is when shit finally hits the fan. Nicole's mom, Nicole and Astrid's mom see each other in the grocery store. Astrid's mom goes, so why'd you lie to me? And she does that whole fuck line of oh, you want drugs? I hate, even Astrid just what do you mean? Why are they thinking about drugs? I'm not. Mind you, Astrid's 12. Where is she gonna get drugs? Are you living on drugs for her? Honestly, I think the argument between Astrid and her mom is very well done. I feel it's very genuine how a child would act. Her mom's reactions are genuinely valid, and her mom's coming from a place of love. I think Nicole's mom is very shallow, and it affects Nicole, because in the beginning of the book, mind you, they're 12 years old, right? Beginning of the book, they go to get dinner, and Nicole goes, oh, I'm only gonna get a salad. Astrid's mom goes, is that all you want? Oh, Nicole goes, oh yeah, my mom is telling me to watch my weight, or watch what I eat, or some shit like that. She's 12. Ooh. Anyway, I think the talk between Astrid and Nicole is very well done. Because when Astrid asks, why'd you dump me? And Nicole's just oh, well, I really wanted to do ballet. I really wanted to do point. And you never asked me to roller derby. You just said like, I'm doing it, we're gonna do it. And that is true. Astrid never technically asks, like, do you want to do rugby? We just assume because we're best friends, we do everything together. In the end, the bout happens. Astrid ends up taking, like, a major hit and to let Zoe win and, like, take the spotlight and shine or whatever. And it is really, like, a great way to just be like, you aren't the star all the time. And sometimes you being the best friend you can be is you getting your butt handed to you in front of millions of people or hundreds of people. And then in the end, Nicole comes up and is like, you were great out there, bada bada ba. So like there's no bad blood anymore because Astrid says them like before the bout, like, hey, I have 2 tickets. Truce. You know? Like, here you go. Like, you can come if you don't. If you don't, it's cool, but I want to put it out there. Right? And that's maturity. That's love. Okay? I love that for Astrid. It's called growth. Because past Astrid, she will be picking fights. And so in the end, like, Nicole comes and gives Astrid flowers, like, oh, like, do you want to come get dinner with my family? And Astrid, this just shows, like, Astrid growing and accepting, like, Nicole and her aren't friends anymore because they're just growing apart. Like, that's just how it goes. But it feels like she's just like, now I'm going to stay with my team. And in the end, Astrid ends up leaving the flowers at the place where it all began in the hangar. In the end, she ended up having dinner with Zoe's family, her new best friend, not her new life, but the new Astrid. And so this is like the final, second to final page. Okay, like, I love that. I love that. I don't think I would personally want another book continuing this, just in the sense of, like, middle school shenanigans. I love that. Plus the whole roller derby. Like, I feel like she would really eat it up. You know what I mean? But also, I ask you questions when I read a book, right? Or review anything. Did I finish it? Would I watch it? Would I recommend it? Did I finish it? Yes. Would I reread it? Yes. Would I recommend it? Yes, but I don't know to who. Because remember, like, who I talk to is going to read this. But actually, I do someone I can recommend this to. So I actually would recommend this. Like, I gave it, I would say it's like a solid 4 stars. Like, it's solid. It's cringy in some places. But I think it's just because, like, my age. Or it's just, like, it's not, like, it's cringy. I'm like, ugh. But it's still, like, good. You know? Like, Astrid laughing at Panny. Ugh. But it's, like, it makes sense, though, because she's 12. Really like it. It docks a point because of that girl having those dreadful dreadlocks. But that is it for today's video. Please like and subscribe for more, and I'll see you around. Bye.